Okay? Many years ago, many know, I had the honor of being one of the black belts that Master Gucci asked to write something in the book. Okay? That was a big honor for me. If anybody read that article or that segment, you saw I started off with saying, being a head instructor in a dojo is one of the lonely places in the dojo. Why? Because you're way up there. And you've got all these students underneath you that are looking up to you and that are taking all your energy and all your information, and they want to be the best they can be with your teaching. So you're up there trying to be the best you can. And sometimes we have a tendency to forget ourselves. I know I do. My students passed before me. Now, the first camp I came here, the first IKD camp, where we made history in this room. I walk into here and I get vibrations every time I walk in. I still remember that day when we were all up here, the swearing in the way everybody was. I remember being asked to read a speech, and I am horrible for reading speeches. I refused the first time. I said no. And Master Mike, I went, okay, just turn his head down and walk away. And I felt really crappy because I turned him down. And then after I talked to Shihan, and he told me what article he wanted me to read. Something semi-religious, written by Mr. Coelho, right? And when I read about it, Warrior of Light sounded very, very Native American. I'm Native American. I'm Ojibwe. And my tribe is a couple of hundred miles from here. We are not far from Algonquin Park. The Ojibways are part of the Algonquin Nation. I'm in the woods. What am I doing? I asked for the text. I read it. My good friend Shihan Bryan, who's very good at reading all kinds of things, gave me a few tricks. Put spaces. At every space, breathe, and look at the people and continue. That's a good idea. Breathe. You better talk about that karate. And here I need somebody to tell me to breathe while I'm reading. Well, I did it. And when I did it, I was proud. Why? I did something I'd never done before. Now, when I was training during the course, I felt so much pressure. And at one point, Shihan said, okay, half the group go there, half the group continue. We had to do Kanku. It was one of my worst days with my knees. It was horrible. And I'm going, oh, maybe I can just go up, you know. They do it, and then when they're finished, I go with them. I'm a big guy. And if I have bad knees, I should be allowed to stop when I want to. Why do I force myself? But then I said, no, you're stopping because you're afraid to look stupid. You don't want to look bad. They just named you vice president, and you want to be good. Heck with that. Just do the kata for yourself. Right? I had a book at home by an English karateka. CW. The title is Karate Moving Things. And that's what I did. I did my kata and just did it for myself. Everybody was going fast. And I was just going to do it. Yes. I want to feel every technique. Everybody's way ahead of me. I don't care. Because they're not Bryan. They don't measure 6'6". They don't weigh 250 pounds. And their knees may not be killing like mine, but I'm doing the best I can. And when I finish my kata, my student looked at me and went, thank you. Because he saw his sensei doing it for himself. Now, I let you guys go with no count. And some of you finished here. What happened? You're having a great meal. The last piece of steak. This is good. You can spit on it. If you have 21 techniques in the kata, feel the 21. If you got 40, do the 40. Then when you finish the kata, you can do this for yourself. And if you pass that on to your students, you won't have to correct them as often because they're going to get the habit of trying to correct them. Now the last thing I'm going to work on is going to be fast and my arms come up. We do bunkai the traditional way, where we have opponents all around us and we do the kata against the opponents. And I love that. I've been doing that for years and I love it. But I'm trying to take it just a little bit further. Because I have students at my dojo who are provincial and national bunkai champions. Yeah, you put them in the middle, you have everybody who knows what technique they're going to do, and you say hajime, and man, they're good. But to me, that's not self-defense. Not total self-defense. Why? Where is the surprise effect? We have to go just a little step further. And with this next exercise, if you practice it often, every single kata you're going to do, you're going to try and find out on your own what the purpose of the techniques are. Understand what I'm saying? We don't have time to do the kata again. Normally what I do, what I do with students, I'll tell them, do your kata and think. Anybody who's done clinic with me, like the gang from Manitoba, you know where I'm coming at because we did it then, okay? But for the other people, I tell everybody, do your kata and imagine while you're doing kata, try and see which techniques you would use against Jodan was the key, Chudan was the key, and Chudan might be. And you do the kata, and you're doing your techniques, and you're thinking, oh, I can use this, I can use that, I can use this. Understand? Then they think about it, and I put them facing each other, and their opponents attack them Jodan, Chudan, Maigi, and they have to use Basai-Dai techniques to block and do counters. And that's what you're going to finish. Facing each other.